All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, in whom we learn this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, we come in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom. Okay, and we set up to do that again in these days, these last days, which the days that we're living in, the last days of the last days. Okay, and we set up to preach to our people, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? For them to take heed to come back to their power. Okay, but you got these stubborn ass, rebellious ass Israelites that are not taking heed. Okay, bring it up.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
That's right. Bring it up from the top again.
God. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Okay. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay. That's when it's talking, what it's talking about is saying, get out of the ways. Okay. It's not saying go flee to go somewhere. No, it's saying get out of the ways of Babylon. Okay. AKA America. Okay. Bring it out real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
That's right. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get out of the way of their ways. Okay? Come back to your power, to your understanding on how you do things to live and have life. Right? You read it?
Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Render unto her is talking about America. Okay? When those ICBM missiles come hit this place. Okay? That's their recompense. That's what it's talking about. Finish that.
Arise ye and depart. 1 second. This is Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Right. That's why you have these women walking around, they want to be men. Okay? It would destroy you. A woman's position is to be up under a man, not to be in the lead. But this place, it teaches you that a woman is equal to a man. Okay? Whenever something go down, okay, say like somebody breaking the house, what is that woman doing? She running behind that man. She looking for that man, that comfort. But this place teaches you that a woman is above a man. Okay? They got more rights and everything than a man. Okay? Right.
Yeah, right. For protection.
Yeah, like in the scripture in Jeremiah 31, where it say a new thing in the earth.
Right.
A woman shall compass a man. When you look at that word compass, it's talking about the proceeding. Or you've been like, for an example, it's a brother right here and then a group of women around this brother. You know what I'm saying? So really represent women ruling over men, right? Having that having women ruling over men. Because if I'm taking you down, if I'm besieging you, now I'm taking you down. I'm here to take you down. You know? So Eve has been she's working hand in hand to break down the order of family structure with Esau. You know? Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thy backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Can you get the word compass in that verse? The word compass is I'm on the King James app. Strong's H 5437. Sabah. I'm just gonna go to the outline. To turn about, or around, or aside, or back, or towards, go about, or around, surround,
encircle, change direction.
That's it.
I got the this is compass from the 1300s to devise, plan, to surround, contain, envelop, enclose.
Keep going, boy.
Uh,
You got anything else?
to go around, measure, calculate.
Okay,
That's about it.
So you see that? Because when you can pass about somebody, you circle them. Like a pack of wolves circling they prey. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a takedown. So we're in a situation where being are being controlled and ruled by women and this westernized ideology that's covering the planet. Well, covering this side of the world mainly, and then over there in Europe.
Right.
But the other side of the world, they don't deal like that.
It don't work. It's not in order. It's out of order. That's why it don't work, man. This is the results of that. A bunch of weenies, a bunch of guys that's a bunch of manginas, okay, and a bunch of women with a fucking chest stuck out like they can beat up a man.
Right.
And a bunch of women that are held unaccountable for their actions too, man. Nothing's their fault.
So yeah, and so in other words, the woman is over the man. In this society, they put the woman over the man.
That's out of order.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3.
Hold on. This is going to tell us the order of things. The Most High set up the order. Okay? But this kingdom, this queendom teaches otherwise. Teaches you contrary to what the scriptures say. Okay? Bring that out.
This is the perfect order. Let's say it like that. This is the perfect order. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach Yahushua is Yahweh power.
Right. Okay? The head of Yahushua is the Most High, Yahweh. Okay? The head of the man is Yahushua. The head of the woman is the man. Okay? But the woman is trying to take the position of the man. Okay? A woman is not supposed to be in a like a let's just say like on a police department. Okay, what the hell can she protect?
Positions of authority.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Women are not supposed to have positions of authority over men. Their positions of authority is supposed to be over the children.
Right. Right. And just backing that up, bring that out. Because this is the position of the woman, like the other saying. This is the position of the woman. The scriptures tell us, okay? They're not supposed to be in a position of authority. This is the authority that they're supposed to have, what they're supposed to be doing. This is what the woman's supposed to be doing. Bring that out.
This is, Titus 2 and 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed.
Right. Okay. It tells you this is how the woman is supposed to be, how they're supposed to conduct themselves. Okay. So bring that out one more time. All right?
God. This is Titus 2 and 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
Okay. Teach the young women, okay? Not teach the men, teach the young women. This is how you're supposed to conduct yourselves.
Right.
This is what you need to be worried about, okay? Not trying to be in the position of a man. Oh, I can be equal to him. No, that's backwards, man. That's off. Okay, keep going.
To love their, it's like, obedient to their own husbands.
Okay, obedient to their own husbands. Okay, what does it say? I would not for the woman to have authority over a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, they're supposed to be obedient to their husband, okay? Because he's the head, like we brought out. Okay, the order of things. The man is the head. So how can, if I'm the head, a woman tell me how to lead? She's supposed to be getting guidance from me.
Yeah.
Okay, but this world, it teaches you contrary to that. Okay, in this kingdom. You going? Yeah, let's see. Bring that out real quick.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Subjection under the order of. Okay, we just gave the order. The man is over the woman. You learn in silence. Okay, what the hell can a woman teach a man? You can't teach him anything. Okay, we're talking about men though. But what you have running around is a bunch of he-holes. Okay, men that's acting like women.
Yeah, why?
Right?
Yeah, not only that, but they've been raised by women.
Yep.
That's why these women complain about these men, all men are dogs and they ain't shit and they sorry and blah blah blah. Why? Well, who's cultivated these men out here?
Yeah.
Women have. And been given that power and authority by this system, Esau.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Right. Okay.
There goes that silence again. So when you're at home, you're learning under your man, you be quiet. You can't learn if you're talking. They teach you that in school. How can you, what, God gives you, 2 ears and 1 mouth. And there's a difference between hearing and listening. When you listen, it processes. When you hear, it just goes in one ear and out the other. It just hits your eardrums.
Well, actually, a woman got 2 mouths, but she needs to keep both of them closed. That's the problem.
This is Titus 2 and 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Hold up. It said be discreet. No, not walking out, hey, half naked everywhere. Be discreet. Okay, when my grandmother, I'm a older man. When my grandmother was growing up, they didn't walk around with everything being shown. They used to be shameful, man, for a woman to walk around with they'll talk about that woman. Now that is highly praised now, man. I can outdo you. I can dress less than you do. Right, more provocative than you.
Right. So may add a lot of the older women. Like, how are they going to teach the younger women when they competing with the younger women? They dressing just like them, trying to keep up with them. Like, what are you?
They going out to bars, getting drunk together, going out socializing with their daughters, right? And talking that whole talking about sleeping around with different men. And she's the mothers are coming down on the level of the daughters, right? As if they're their friends. They're friends. You know what I'm saying? Complete utter madness.
Like, oh, this is my best friend, this is my daughter, she's my best friend, and stuff like that. But how?
Yeah, they chase men. They out there chasing. One woman ain't supposed to be chasing men any goddamn way.
Yeah.
They're doing that because they've been given the liberty to do what men do. Men chase. We hunters. All right. Men are we the ones that go after the woman. Right. So we're supposed to be the fathers seeking a husband for his daughter. But in general, women ain't got no business chasing men and trying to trap men up. Ooh. But I'm gonna trap this guy. That's what's in their mind.
Yeah.
Why they out? They with their daughter. This is how you play games with men's mind.
Right.
Right. And this is the type of conversation that's being had.
Right.
And when you go into pretty much like the brothers is going out, the scriptures say to be sober, keepers at home. They go out to happy hour, they turned up like I hear some too many stories. Like I've been around a lot of Eves. They go out all since Sunday Funday, today Sunday. They've been out since 11. They won't get home until late tonight. All they've been doing is eat and drinking. You're supposed to been at home.
Yeah.
Been out period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but on that clothes situation, we had social standards back in the day that don't exist anymore. I heard a white woman talk about the whole Karen situation. They said even if they might be agreeing with what the Karens say, amongst their society, they condemn that behavior. None of them want to be labeled a Karen, even though they might agree with her position and what she's saying. They won't agree with what or the way that she's doing it. So amongst them upper class white people, they condemn that behavior, and they themselves they don't condone it, and they won't participate in that type of behavior. We don't have social norms like that anymore, man. You know, it's just a free for all amongst all women. You know, with us coming back into this truth, the Heavenly Father is giving us standards through His law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so even you speaking on the men being as women, the men out here don't have standards. They got long hair, every color of the rainbow. They wearing anything. They got on skirts. They got on tight this, tight that. So they wearing purses and all this. And if you was to tell them something or check them, it's liable to be a fight. So this is why we're in the need for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, because as a people, you can see we clearly robbed and spoiled. Right? We're people robbed and spoiled, man. Just wide open. And as the prophets, we come in, we trying to come into the gaps, you know, and fill the breaches for those who want to come back to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that they can come into this fold. You know, and not having to look, that's what they do. This is what we do. Right. All right. We don't do that.
Said, for the father of God to the other nation.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
You know,
That's
for
right.
me and my family, we don't follow the Son of the Lord.
And we can hold that too. That thing is Joshua 24:15.
Yeah, this is a big tie. This is not some small going on. This is a big problem.
There's a problem.
World.
But I tell you,
No,
make your point.
that's why over there in the Middle East, they are fighting tooth and nail to keep that ideology away. We don't want our women over here trying to rule over us. You got us though. Right. Women will not be giving us orders and out in the streets running around like hoes. No, sir. Because it breaks down family and nation. It starts with the family. Now, if all the families do it, now the nation is all fucked up. Right. Destroyed. And now she's in the leadership position and just driving the morality of our nation plummeted into the ground.
Further in the ground, yeah. I was gonna say, social media feeds into that bullshit. We're putting all of this, you know, got the gender wars going, and you can clearly see they pushing that divide between male and female. Then they got all of these where you could be that gender fluidity and all this other shit. I'm trigender. They got all kind of shit just to keep the people at odds against one another. But that social media is a big instrument that these elites are using to keep Jake at each other, the men against the women. Truth be told, if the law was to get rid of either one, all this shit, humanity would cease. We need women, but we don't need the black woman. Women damn sure need men, or else humanity stops. Right. So let's cut the bullshit and let's get back to the original design that the Heavenly Father set up, and that's the order that these brothers are going into. Right. The Heavenly Father set up an order. It doesn't get old. It doesn't outdate. It works. It's like you say, well, they used to put oil in them engines back in the day. I ain't putting no oil in mine. Yeah, go ahead. You ain't gonna be driving that car for too long. Right. Well, this is what the shit that the white man got you women to believe, that you don't have to put all, which we the men of the Lord, we represent that all.
Right.
That you don't need all for your family to work.
Right.
Or for your relationship to work. Yeah, and you see the result of that.
Yeah. And look at that. That's it. Look at the results of it. I know y'all got some scriptures. Can we get real quick the Most High is not the author of confusion? And that was made behind well, we're gonna read the verse above. Corinthians context, huh?
The Corinthians is out of order, letting women teach and all that shit. Paul had to straighten them out.
Y'all know that chick, her name is Pearl. She's a
The white girl.
the white chick, yeah.
She made good points.
Yeah, she made good points. And she said she got on board with advocating for men's rights because her two brothers they got to the brink of they was trying to commit suicide, that they had been bugged out so bad by women. So she saw all the shit that her brothers went through. So she was like, yeah, she even got the sense enough to know that this shit is out of order. But she made a statement. She gave a statistic. She said, do you know that people are investing heavily in cat food and wine? She said, you know the reason why? She said, because the majority of these women, they're going to be over 30 and by themselves. So they're going to have to get a cat and they're going to have to get them some wine.
Get inebriated.
Get you a dog, but dildo and die alone.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's happening. It ain't like we just. This might happen. This is
happening.
This is what's going on. This normal. Hey, this is what's going on for the so-called black ones. It's normal, especially the ones that's over 30 and above.
Yeah.
Or mid 30s and 40s shit. They in that situation.
Quick. You know any like cat food, wine stocks I can look into?
I mean, we was gonna be here long enough. I dropped bread in, but shit, I was about to return it and get the earth right.
But I was gonna say real quick, every time we go to class, like when I get there a little early, I'm looking around and all I see is a Negro Latino woman walking their dogs. Like damn near every one of them walking their dogs. Like where your man?
No woman they got a pet. Something is wrong with her.
That's gonna be hard. That's hard. And too, you can be just being friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like open the door for them, hold the door for them. They mugging you, man. Like, what's wrong? I'm just saying hi. I'm not trying to take nothing from you. No, just saying hi. I'm just trying to be a gentleman, so to speak.
Yeah, and they've seen it. The reason they sing it is because it's hard for them because they humble. They really want to be they want a man, but they ain't got so many men's spirit in them that they can't. It's hard for them to prepare a mate.
Yeah, you can't have a relationship with
No
them.
fun.
And so they having sex. They get you better believe that. Yeah, they got the dildos and all that old shit, but they let men pop them and stuff. But then they complain about men ain't no good because they bug out of their mind because Esau didn't allow you to step out of your nature.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't allow you. He systematically railroaded you out of your nature.
Yep.
I'll say this, and I'll let y'all have it. One of the most powerful things I heard Kevin Samuel say, he was telling this to a woman, basically, I have to paraphrase it, but he said, what does you being in a relationship have to do with you being happy? And that's what these women got misconstrued. It ain't about being happy. He told straight up, he said, that's about obligation. And you got an obligation now.
Yeah.
It ain't, a man wasn't put here to make a woman happy. That's not our job. We was here before y'all. Well, they was created, male and female created them. But he set the order, man as head. So you here actually to help us, to be a helpmeet.
Yep.
So that means you get with a man, you obligated to that man. You have an obligation to him and his children.
Exactly.
All right? It ain't his job to make you happy. There's no man's job on this earth to make no woman happy. Now
you can't.
you can't. Once you get into that rabbit hole, You can't do it.
Not when things is corrupt. See, but dealing with the law, statutes, and commandments, it brings about happiness.
Yeah.
It brings
Good.
about justice. And they put that old bullshit ass idea out there through that women's liberation movement, feminism, that women was being oppressed and they was unhappy. That's bullshit. If you talk to our grandmothers and some of our mothers that's older than the baby boomer generation,
Right.
they don't talk that shit. My grandmother's one that passed. She never spoke ill on my grandfather. Not one time, not even a little bit.
Right.
She actually spoke highly. She talked about how she loved him so much.
Yeah.
My grandmother that's still living, she said she had a good life when he was alive.
Did they work?
Her?
Yes.
No.
Neither did my grandmother. Never had a job. Their position was to take care of the house and have things ready and in order for when my grandfather got
No,
home.
they was happy to cook.
They were
happy to clean. It was therapeutic for them to be in the kitchen knowing they cooking for the family and shit like that.
That's right.
And it wouldn't just be them, like they say that they got that saying. It take a village to We see especially you from the country, you see that the women all be in the kitchen cooking the food, preparing the food, laughing and having a good time and shit.
And it don't be no men in the house either. If they do, they sit in like the living room or whatever, talking, watching something on TV, listening to music or something.
Yeah. So the women bought into that bullshit idea that never existed.
Never existed.
That shit wouldn't happen. Men coming home, raping their wife, taking it from them, beating them, getting there and make some biscuits.
Yeah.
And if the biscuits ain't got the right amount of salt in them, it's gonna be a problem. We bring the scripture.
Like sleeping with the enemy.
Bring that.
You want to start a verse up on the author?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 14:32.
No, 30. Okay.
Yeah, we wasn't allowed in the kitchen. My grandmama's house.
No, they ain't had no business in there.
Yeah.
Wasn't going there to learn how to cook, and
Right.
it wasn't no business in there.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 14:33. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, power is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Right. Saying the Most High is not the author of confusion. Right. This is confusing right here. Okay. Like I said, the woman is compassing the man. That's confusion. That's not the order. That's not how it's supposed to be set up. Okay.
Yeah. Because Esau gave Eve the authority to take down the men. They band together on this shit too, right? You know, they band together with that feminism ideology, right? And if you got the problem with it, then we got the big bad white man system to back us up, you know. So the scriptures say that the Most High is not the author of confusion, right? But of peace. See, peace was in the household, contrary to the bullshit lies that he started pushed out there about prior to feminism. That it was like it was more peaceful. The hell and the confusion was coming from dealing with this man. Men having to catching all the hell from being in captivity from this devil.
Yeah.
That's where the fucking problem come in at. We can't have any little bit of peace that we got was the family, the unit that was the family. You know what I'm saying?
And I was gonna say too, on the confusion, like when we on the brink of World War III, which we are in, you could tell women, they were like, I don't want to be in this feminism no more. I'm gonna go back to the kitchen. That's confusing. You should have already been there. You should have already been in order. You've been up more at peace. Now that you push that feminism, you bought into it. Now you're gonna be on the front lines, and you're gonna rest in peace.
Right. And then you look at the so-called successful woman. They're by themselves. They're miserable, man.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not.
To the woman's spirit, bro.
Yeah.
So like, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So the woman's spirit, she want to have a man. She want a man to be there.
And
to provide
Kids.
for it, to protect it,
right?
and the children.
yes.
Right. And I'm gonna say this: what they don't realize because they live in the moment. Ain't nothing like you get up in age. You got you
Grandchildren.
we all get to that age where we going on to glory, and you got all your grandchildren around your bed and stuff, man. Well, like you said, they gonna die by themselves, and the cat gonna eat their ass.
Right. Right.
That would be happening to
Right.
these old white ladies. They died and the cat eat them.
Right.
Nobody know they dead in there.
But that's the spirit too, because what's happening now, I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos and on Instagram, these women, they in their car crying and shit. Why? Because they don't have kids. They put, their careers over their family. Now they trying to backtrack. Now don't nobody want it because they done been ran through.
Exactly.
Yeah, they depressed.
And they get that fall.
Yeah,
And they not getting prettier and finer. They
Come
getting
on.
uglier.
it's fatter.
And more used. See, there's no restoration. You're not like a car. You can drive a car and then you can restore that car.
Been 68.
Y'all can't be restored. Ain't no born again virgins and going. You can go through all. You still got that mileage on you, man.
Right. And they thinking like they in that old fucking bullshit ass English. They in that Steve Harvey
Thinking like a man.
see they got ideology.
Thinking like a
Think
man.
like a man, act like a woman. How did that don't make no sense.
That's confusion.
Make it make sense. You can't make it make sense. That don't make no goddamn sense. So they thinking like men. Oh, let me get my bag. I hate to hear that shit. I'm on my bag. I'm trying to get my bag up. They want to get that. So they thinking like men. I want to be successful, and I'm gonna be valuable with degrees and financial success.
Yes.
But Kevin Samuels used to always say that men don't care about that shit. He was
They don't
specific and he'd cut them off every time. He's like, men do not care about that
Those
shit.
got your degree.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Women is concerned with they thinking like men. You know, they thinking like men, and men gain value because the woman don't value who he's so the muscles and he's handsome and all that shit play into it. But if you got big money, you can become handsome. In her mind, you'd be the most big, handsome man on the planet with a big bank account.
Yeah.
You know,
We know that from Slave of Love.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Slave Flav was in that, which I don't know if he had money then, but they thought he did.
they thought that's all.
So that's all they got. Yeah. And
So
you know, he was just a nigga walking around. He wouldn't get no play.
At all.
At all. So men gain value because they start making more money normally when they get up in age. In their mid-30s, 40s,
Yeah.
they reach their financial peak.
Yes.
So women is like, ooh, older men hold more value than the younger man because he got money. Versus a woman, y'all don't gain value in the eyes of a man because y'all got money. We looking how much weight and how pretty you are and how feminine you may act, and we don't. So we don't know nothing about that. You know, go ahead with the back to the script. No, we're not. I want to make
1 Corinthians 14:34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches.
now go back to 30.
Okay, Con.
1 Corinthians 14:33. For Yahweh by Shem Yahushua power is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Right. Now look, it's talking about the Most High is not the author of confusion. Now let's read on.
Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
Why? Because that's where the confusion come in at. A woman get up and start bringing her emotions and her thoughts and shit around. That's when confusion starts to happen.
It's lucky because that's all they're gonna bring is emotions. Okay, they're not gonna bring logic. They're not gonna bring, okay, this makes more sense. No, they're gonna bring their emotions.
Right.
Okay?
I want this car. I'm at the dealership, right? And I only got enough money to buy a Chevrolet or a Toyota Corolla.
A Yaris.
You got something that's within the price range. But then the car salesman, see the old woman, oh yeah, she getting child support. Oh, her income is right here. Okay, so they put in they sell on the Beamer, or she see the Beamer. Let's leave the car salesman out of. She see the old Beamer. Damn, I know I only got enough money to buy this Chevy or this whatever. But damn, I like that Beamer right there. Ooh, I look so good in it. And now, fuck that. I'm getting that Beamer. I don't care if I can't pay my rent, if I gotta pay bills late, or if I can't, I'll find a sucker to pay for this car note if I have to. Whatever I gotta do, it don't even matter at this point. How can I get that car?
But like
So it's not no logic is out the window. It's emotion. I'ma feel good. I'ma look good. I'ma be able to shit on other women.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that status. That's what we want in the society is that status.
Right. And then too, not thinking logically, okay, the maintenance on that BMW.
Like make this. All I gotta do is put gas.
Hey, the tire, just the simple maintenance, $1,000 just to change the oil. Okay. But the car note, $500. It takes more to change the oil than to pay the car note on it. Come on, man. That don't make sense. Especially if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you depending on the man to provide child support, something like that, because you know most of them, that's what they living off of. So you're not using logic at all, man.
These women will buy a Gucci purse and ain't got shit to put in that purse.
Right.
A goddamn $1,200 purse
with
no money.
Walmart makeup in.
Right. Hey.
With a homegirl's weed.
1 Corinthians 14:34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
Yeah, that's why Paul made this statement. He said this is causing a lot of confusion with these women up in here running their goddamn mouth. They need to be in their order according to Genesis 3 and 16. Yeah.
Bring it up. Look, bring it out. Bring it out real quick. The Genesis. Bring it 16.
Right. Start by 14.
This is Genesis chapter 3 and 14. And Yahweh of power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and dust shalt thou eat.
And what did the serpent do?
Deceived her. Okay, and that's what the scripture saying, that she was deceived. Was it the man? The serpent came to the woman and deceived the woman. Right. Okay. And what do you see happening today? Deceiving the woman. Okay. And it's making everything crumble. Go ahead.
And then what? Eve went to Adam, and with them emotions,
right?
Adam got caught up in them emotions, just like they get caught up today with, the emotional plight of a woman. They could lose his life behind a woman. Oh, he disrespecting me. You just gonna let him do that?
Right.
Do me like that, and then you go up there and get a bullet put in your head.
Right. But then if you're like, man, let's see, what the fuck is you doing over there in the first place?
Right.
Then if you don't do, say you in that scenario, you don't do that, man, look at the dude off looking somewhere else. It was him. He said something to me. Now you say, man, fuck that. We getting the hell out of here. You weak. She gonna talk. She gonna get in the car, go walk wherever y'all going, and she gonna demean you and down talk you. You ain't no real man. You ain't weak. I don't know why the fuck I'm even with your shit. They talk to you. But then if he was the backhand and slap the dog shit out of her,
He wrong.
it's a world of confusion going on.
Yep.
Right. And dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Okay. When it's going into desire, it's saying that that woman is gonna want to rule over her husband. Okay, that's going to be their desire. They wanted to rule over. the
No,
husband.
no. It said her desire is gonna be, she gonna be about what her husband is about. Her desire is gonna be to her husband.
Right.
Yeah, her desire, like a woman is supposed to be all about being a supporting element to her husband. If he got a business going, I'm here. I'm here to support everything you about. That's a woman's position. Read that again.
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
Going into women having birthdays, right?
And thy conception. And in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband,
Go ahead.
and he shall rule over thee.
Yeah. I shall be to her husband. She's not putting the career first. Ain't none of that. That's some new shit down in that new age westernized ideology BS. Women was all about whatever my mind is on my husband, even over the children. Husband comes first, then everything else, right? And it say, what does it say after that about her desire to be to her husband?
And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
And he shall rule over thee. You're gonna be all about him, and he gonna rule over you. And that's what women that's really, when they in their right frame of mind, they mind is all about their man. Whatever, like you watch, for example, if you watch that movie Cadillac Records, they give you an idea that fucking bitch Gabby Union playing a part. The guy that played the role of Muddy Waters, she didn't give a shit about nothing. She was all in this man, cooking for him, cleaning. This show you the mindset of them back then. He was on the street playing a guitar. She brought him up to her spot, gave him a roof over his head. I don't know if it really went down like that, but in the movie, that's what it showed. You know, and she stayed down. She went out messing with other men. She was cooking and cleaning, and then when Walter, what's his name? Little Walter.
Yeah, tried to come at her.
When he tried to come at her, she rejected it, and his approach to get up in there was to throw out that he got all kind of other women. You know, he's doing you wrong. He got other women, and when he said that, she stopped and said, don't ever talk about basically don't ever talk about what him bringing about him being with another woman. She said, I don't care. He said, look, I can't bear no children. I don't give a fuck. I'm staying down anyway. In other words, you gotta go back and watch. You have to watch the movie. I can't remember exactly how it went.
I'm on Team Muddy Water.
Yeah, she was like, he out, and I can't even get this man no children, so I don't give a fuck about him dealing with other women. Don't bring that shit to me. He's a good man. The reason we had what we had now is because he's taking care of this house. You see, in other words, she showed the sentiment in the movie that her desire was towards him.
And
He brought the baby in the house.
yeah.
Then he
And
told
she
her to
just
go
had
get
this-
some
yeah,
milk.
yeah.
He said, go get
Well,
the
he
baby.
didn't bring the. He came home and she had the baby already.
Okay.
Yeah.
A woman dropped off the baby.
Yeah.
Did she get up and say, "Fuck this, I'm out there in this, I'm leaving"?
Baby, no.
She
And
took care
another
of the
thing
baby.
too, she knew that her support for him got them where they at too.
Exactly.
Her helping him, she knew, just like our grandmothers knew, the help that they was giving to their husband is the reason why we're
Helping
in
him
this company.
succeed.
Yes. This is okay. I know this work. Look, we got a house. We raising our children. We ain't hurt for shit. He's happy. I'm happy. Everything is good. And I ain't even gotta go to fucking work. I ain't gotta go drive through fucking rush hour traffic and goddamn morning traffic and the commute and worrying about getting coffee and 2 goddamn potato and egg taquitos and making it to work on time and
Getting hit on.
all day long
Yeah.
and dealing with other women that, because women is totally at odds with each other. Then all of the gossip you got to deal with, and all of the mess, and then fighting back through rush hour traffic, 5 o'clock traffic to get home through all that shit. Then I got to hit the door. And these women will sit there and talk about, I ain't gonna cook and clean for no man. Bitch, you gonna do that shit anyway. Do you not cook and clean?
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah,
Salakia.
just on that
No,
part.
they really don't.
Now they full of McDonald's, Taco Bell, Taco Bueno.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Papa those. Yeah. And cleaning, forget about it.
Yeah,
they don't know how, bro.
They're gonna hire
They
somebody.
don't know how.
yeah.
You got to tell you watch your woman. I don't let these women cook for me. But they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean.
Yeah, all this. That's part of the reason why you are angry and unhappy. You got full of GMO trash,
Yeah.
processed fast food.
Yeah. And what the brother said was heavy as far as, you know, that dynamic between a man and his woman. When the man and the woman do come together on one accord, it's a power there that Esau know. That's why he got to put these little TikTok, men ain't shit. Oh, these women today ain't shit. And they just going back and forth because he want us looking at each other, thinking each other the problem. And we all are victims of this fucked up system.
Yeah.
And to go back to Willie Lynch, all of the trauma we endured, all of the shit we've been through. You know, you would think a woman could put two and two together, but them being emotional, as the brother said, and not logical, they won't put it together and be like, yeah, we've been oppressed together.
Right.
So the best way to fight this oppression is us coming together, you know. Fuck what the next person got. Because that's what the man said on the song, if you think you're lonely now, at the beginning of the song, she's like, my girlfriend always complaining what she ain't got, what, you know, what they got. And then he said, she don't understand, I can't be in two places at one time. I can't, if you want this stuff, I got to go work for it. Then you ain't never here, you always gone.
You work too much.
So he was saying a mouthful right there, but that's how these women are today. They want the world. Where we gonna get it from? We got to go out and get it. Then he ain't never around. He ain't never home. And then, you know, she get caught up, she get in an entanglement.
Yeah.
And then that's the reason.
Well,
He was never home.
Ain't got shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was around. You wasn't around. Yeah, because nobody was busting my ass to make you that.
That cover with the lines around. And that's where the trouble come in. But that dynamic has totally been destroyed. You know, man, women don't want to work with us no more. They want you to come pre-packaged and ready to go. And then even with that, that's not going to be enough. Or then, oh girl, he ain't hitting it right. Well, you want a man with 6 figures, with 6 feet, and he got all that, but now he ain't good in the bedroom. They gonna always find something, bro.
You got all that other genetic material inside of it.
That's a lot of the problem. But yeah.
All this up for it.
Yep. And then she got options. Well, I got this, man. It's like, you know, women thinking like men. Yeah, men by nature, we love the hell out of you, but we want it's options. We like 31 flavor. Baskin Robbins 31 flavor.
Right.
So they thinking like that too. But damn, yeah, he good. God damn, I know all about him. I know what he gonna do. I know what he gonna say. Let me go and figure out another man. Let me go and try. I want to go out and figure other men out. And they just want to. This is where they at.
Yeah.
Confused.
But like the brother was saying earlier, they are not happy. I remember a brother saying something that was heavy to me. It's like when you go all the way back to Eve, she wasn't happy. It was like Adam had dominion over the earth. And the brother, he said, Adam named the animals, and that just blew my mind. I was like, wow, to have that dominion, that power to name the animals, and you still not happy? Like, there's nothing you can do ever to be happy.
They not satisfied.
You're never satisfied.
Prince said that in the song. Said, maybe you like my father, too bold. Maybe you just like my mother. She's never satisfied. And he hit the nail on the head, man. You cannot satisfy these freaking women. But like the elder was saying, it ain't about us making them happy. It's really supposed to be the other way around. They supposed to
Really?
be our support and
Comfort.
yeah, and our comfort, man. That this everything and everything that we're bringing out. This is not gonna get in order until Yahweh shall return. God. He's got to come and fix the earth, man. You know,
Yeah.
fix the Israelites, and that'll lead on into the kingdom of righteousness, man.
As long as this system of confusion exists,
Exactly.
that's what they're gonna go to.
Yeah.
A woman is chaotic by nature. Men represent order and law.
Right.
We are law and order. They chaotic. They emotional.
Yeah.
Being emotional is me and you all over the place
Right.
based on your emotion.
Yeah.
So that's why they need us, and then they can add to us. We only need them to procreate. As I had something at TikTok, it made a hellified point. It's like a woman single, she going to adopt masculinity in order to survive.
Right.
But a man that's single, he's not going to adopt femininity in order to survive.
Nope.
So that shows you that masculinity is the necessary element.
Exactly.
Masculinity is. All right. We need women to procreate, and we don't need the black woman. Again, we could bring an Israelite, as Israelite men, we can have Israelite children with any nation of woman on this earth. But yeah, with women just being chaotic like that, they're not dependable. They're not going to be stable. They're not going to be people of character. They're not going to have integrity.
Right.
So they all over the place. They need that element of law and order which comes through the man to stabilize them. No. But yeah, I want to make a point too in that Genesis when y'all get through. Well, you can pick up where you left off.
Verse 17, Genesis 3:17, and unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread. Slacking. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it thou wast taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Okay. And you heard how the Lord speaking to Adam, he said, starting off, because thou hast hearkened to thy wife, or to the voice of thy wife. Yeah. Hit that point again.
And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
That's the first mistake they make today. Listening to their wife, believing that their wife is on some type of moral high ground that we need her to correct us.
Right.
Put us in place.
Right.
No, that's the number one mistake right there, men listening to women. But I just wanted to make the point. You see how the curse that was put on Eve, one of the curses was in sorrow shall thou conceive. But how a woman gonna be delivered in these days? Childbearing. And it go back to the beginning. Adam's curse was that he was the ground would be cursed for his sake, and he would have to work to till the ground, plant, sow, and reap, and all of that, which he didn't have to do that back in the days. The earth just gave forth. He probably could just use his mind and say, I want an apple. And it just pop up. Or, I'm hungry, and the earth just produced this off of his thought. I don't know. But he didn't have to work. That's made clear in that. But the Lord said, by the sweat of thy brow thou shalt eat thy bread. Meaning he would have to work. So in our salvation, we have to work to till for this spiritual bread. That's how we're gonna get out of here, is by labor. So at the end of the day, Acts 14:22, goes for all. That we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So women and their cursed in, having the conception of sorrow, the sorrow in conception, that's the only way they're going to be delivered in childbearing. And then us having to till the ground, well, we got to till the spiritual ground. We got to go into these scriptures, break up, rightfully divide. We got to plow up the scriptures, put them where they're supposed to go, rightly divide the word of truth to draw forth the understanding and come out here and preach the gospel. That's work.
Yep.
That's work. So the way it started is the way it's going to end. Now, I don't know how long the Lord is going to have them women under the curse, but I know for right now it still applies. The women go through heavy labor pains and sorrows, to bring forth. Even it didn't used to be like that.
Right. Well, in the kingdom, they won't have
I
it.
know in the kingdom.
I was gonna say even their menstruation pains. Like I've been seeing women go through it. Like that time of the month, like they be going through it. They get super emotional. They all over the place. It's a whole lot.
And it came about dealing with the birth pains because of what? Sin. When the kingdom, going back to, going back to that point, we're not gonna sin in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be perfect. So we're gonna.
That's the new covenant, huh?
God.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna see it no more. Good luck, you.
I had a quick one. First Esdras chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
That's pretty much the state of the condition of the time we're in right now.
Yeah.
Men are out of their minds behind women. And we live in a society where men are deprived, sexually deprived.
Oh, they gotta say it now too. Our broke boys don't deserve no box.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, if I'm broke and I still make about the same amount as you or a little bit more than you, even a little bit less, if we in the same range, then what does that make you? You broke too. So that's what we wanted to.
Yeah.
That confusion.
That's it exactly. So the average man ain't getting, not saying they ain't getting none. They not just having sex like that with all different women. They can't get it because these women got these fantasy ideas about this standard that's unattainable. The shit that they want and think they can get, they can how a man is supposed to, what a man is supposed to bring to the table, they standards, it ain't out there. It's only out there for a very small group.
It's 1% of men.
Exactly. That's what Kevin Samuels used to always go into. He would always break it down. I remember watching one. He was breaking down. I think she wanted to be a realtor. And he was like, you're not gonna make that much money. Like for what you're doing in that field, like you're not gonna make that much. And he was breaking it down. He was like, you don't have the clientele to make that type of money. You're not doing it now, and you're a single mother. So that means you have to work 2 or 3 times harder, but you're still trying to be the father and the mother at the same time. It's not feasible. It's not going to happen.
I want to make a point about what I was saying. Men being deprived of sexual options with these women. So now when a man do get with a woman, he go out of his damn mind. Finally, I got a woman.
Let me do everything.
Now this man is bugging himself out behind his woman, but because he been starved of this natural. But naturally supposed to have this.
Right.
The order being thrown out. Let me just say the order being thrown out. Men that shouldn't never have problem getting right.
Yeah.
Men have shit. It was nothing. Men wasn't worried about this. How do I get to play these games? You got to play all these goddamn games to get with a goddamn woman and shit.
Yeah.
In this time,
A
used up goddamn woman that didn't exist in the ancient time.
And men need sex like women need attention.
Yeah,
Men need to have sex like women need attention.
yeah. Look at a lion. A lion, when he go in, it's time to mate. He having sex literally all day. He take his little breaks and he go back. Boom, 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 boom. It is true. We do gotta. Men, that's by nature. Yeah, we wanna pound and pound and pound. We can pound and pound. Yeah, we can do. That's why we can't just have one. We'll beat you into obliteration. Y'all, let's get back on the street. Hey, y'all got something? You got, go ahead, bring out what you got.
Sirach 26 and 8. A drunken woman in a gather abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whole,
But that's what we see today. Okay, because like on social media, you'll see that they're praising a woman of praise how many bodies she done been with. The body count. Okay, that she's drunk.
But well,
Right. They praise that. Stuff like that is praised over here, man. Like I said before, that the elder women, they didn't, that's a shame to them.
yeah,
Okay. But these women praise it like it's nothing.
because that's what they see. They see the Cardi B's, they see the Beyonce's, they see the Nicki Minaj's. The thing is, what they don't see is that these women got men.
Right.
They got men.
Even Lil Kim.
Even Lil Kim. Shit, they got fucking men. But that's not what's good. Then, what was the woman, Cardi B? One of her songs was on, I think one of her little daughter or something. She cut that shit off and hurry up. See, they don't even want their own children listening to the shit that they pushing, man. But it's okay for your children to hear.
How you end up? At the end of it, how do they end up? Used up and without a fucking man. By the time they like, damn, I've been out here in my 20s and shit, not 30s and shit, having fun and
Riding
the cock carousel.
Yeah. Yeah.
The damn child. You know, you went on that old carousel, you want to try it every
Yeah,
one.
the horse, the giraffe, the elephant. It's a zoo.
So that's what's being pushed. And they mothers tell them that you need to go out there and test the water to see what kind of man you get. And they end up destroyed. Mileage on them, late night stand up, getting drunk all the time. Now you like, then it hit them. Tired of this. This on I feel nasty.
This ain't amounting to nothing.
I want a man to come and value me now. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
want to get under a man. It's too late. Shit.
Y'all, what else we got? You got more in there? Yes, sir.
the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Right. You can tell by how that woman carry herself. Okay, if she out here dressed half naked, 9 out of 10, that's a whore.
Yeah, and hard looks. You can see the fries just percolating up off of. Because a woman's supposed to be in she's supposed to be like this, and there you can see the humble. You're supposed to see the humbleness in a demeanor. You know what I'm saying? When you see the ancient women, shit, they wouldn't look men in their eyes.
Yes, they fucking head.
They walking down like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they men, if they is walking their gadding abroad, they with their men. And they not out looking in one eyes, unscrupulous. Eyes.
One-ton eyes.
Then the scriptures say, in their eyelids, they had that makeup, that eyeshadow shit, and now it's ridiculous.
Yeah, with the elephant.
I mean, they have 30 different shades. Purple, green, fake eyebrows on, painted face.
They got eyelashes with little tips. They got little dots, little sprinkles, the glitter shit on the tips of the girl. It's outrageous now. The umbrellas.
Because they think that's getting them attention on my eyelash.
It is.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah, attention not for a man looking. Oh, I want to like that.
Yeah, look at her eyelash. Damn. Ain't no man saying that shit.
And the funny part is, when I read the comments, that's what men are actually saying. Like a woman, I just read one last night. A man specifically said what men want. She came back with a rebuttal. He came back and was like, I just literally said what men want, and you just said the opposite. Like, that's confusing. Like,
They don't care about what a man
Yeah, they don't care.
It's about me.
Beanie.
Gotta read this definition of haughty. Haughty in etymology online. Proud and disdainful. An extension of high in one's own estimation.
That's it. Ego trip.
They walk around with their heads high, their nose in the air like they are something when they really are nothing. Like you got 3 baby daddies and 3 kids. Like
Yeah, and 100 other men semen floating around the body.
And you on men's cell phones. You on multiple men's cell phones in your backbone. In your mouth. And your back of your throat.
the throat goes.
That's crazy. Shit like that. That's crazy. To be a throat goat.
Yeah,
The
that's
greatest of all time.
Well, Kim Kardashian came up.
oh yeah.
This is who they looking to.
Keeping up with the Kardashians. Huh?
I like y'all saying with them eyelids. I never forget this years ago. There was a video, a guy made the point in nature, you know, like you got the toads and stuff, they'll be brightly colored
Yes.
as a warning for other animals that, look, I'm toxic, stay away from me. That's basically these women. They letting you know, well, when you know the scriptures, and you know, hey, this woman toxic.
Yes.
But now to land back over there, they promoting that now. To be toxic, that's like they're esteeming that that's I want to be toxic. Like I don't like these toxic relationships. I want to be in a toxic relationship. Like for what?
They
Like
bugged out, man.
Yeah.
They don't make no sense. But then when it come down to why it didn't work out, they say the man, he was toxic. So the woman is the fucking one bringing the toxicity to the relationship.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because men is simple. Just leave me alone. I'm doing what I'm doing. Shit. Leave me alone and let me get sex when I want it, and everything will be all right. Make me a sound.
Yeah, just shut up. Really, just shut up.
yeah, I wasn't doing 25. I was Sirach chapter 26 and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
So yeah, you got some, men, they have these wicked women, right? Like you have to the woman, she'll come home and take that man's life. That's a wicked woman that was given to him for judgment. Okay, that's why that wicked woman is with that man. Okay, what did it say? Yeah.
Sirach 26 and 24. A dishonest woman, contempt of shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband.
Right. Look up to her husband. Like I was saying earlier, that a real woman, she wants a man. She would be in subjection to a man. That's a real woman. But what you have is these women, they want to be men. They want to be the lead. Okay?
Sirach 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
Shameless woman would be counted as a dog. And that's how these women that walk in this pride, they're counted as dogs. Okay? It says,
I was gonna say they exhort themselves to that. They call themselves the baddest bee. Like that's what they call when they first thing they get on the phone. Like, what's up, B? Like, but if a man call them that, then it's a problem.
Well, if the wrong man, so basically every man can't do it.
Right.
Little baby and them dudes.
Yeah, future.
They
now.
can do.
Future and them. They can say whatever. Yeah, they identify their own selves by the most derogatory
Yes.
words and phrases
Yes.
that exist.
Shit, I know a woman, her and her friend, they call each other hookers. They call each other hook for short. Hey, hook. Hook. Can't make this shit up, man.
I wish we could.
But now, like the brothers were saying, they'll say, hey, bitch, you crazy. Or they'll call each other bitch. But if you sit there and call one of them a bitch, now you misogynist, you this, you that, male,
Toxic
yeah,
masculinity.
toxic.
Unless you got the clout.
Unless you pull up in the Lambo.
Yeah.
Unless you in the 1%.
You can do them any kind of way. When
Yeah.
you going overseas,
Wow. Yeah.
okay, they do them any kind of way. And they come back, hey, and they don't, ain't nothing, they don't have no shame, nothing.
They got a bag when they come back. Huh?
Right. For the bag. I did that for the bag. Damn. Our women have been dropped.
Got something out of it. I ain't gonna be a fucking these sorry ass
More
niggas.
than
for
that.
nothing.
Yeah, I got one more verse.
Who can Ray them?
Con.
Sirach 26:26. A woman that honors her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
Right. So in the end, at the end, that woman will be destroyed. Okay? If you're not in line, you're going to be destroyed. Okay?
Yeah, Isaiah 32:9 and a few verses on down. That's about to happen.
That's just
what
that's the spirit.
But yeah, let's bring that up.
Yeah. All they
Did that go into the
Yes.
society? Crumbling?
Yeah,
Now go ahead.
exactly. All that feminine shit about to go out the window, which it really ain't even feminine. You feminists don't even know what feminine means. You don't know what it means to be feminine.
Right. Kevin Samuel proves that because he asked the women, what are you basically name off your feminine qualities.
Yeah,
And they couldn't name.
not one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm intelligent. I got a master's degree. I
bring so much to the table.
I communicate well.
Yeah.
Goddamn dildo here.
Yeah. Ask them what a man is. They talking about they want a man or this and that. They gonna list off a bunch of shit that man
They
do.
gonna name a slave. They gonna describe a
Right.
slave.
All the time.
What's a good man in you, girl? Well, they gonna describe a fucking slave, bro.
Huh.
Somebody that's sitting there with on one knee with their head
Yeah.
down like Atlas, holding their ass up in the air.
Yeah.
Not even them, they booty. Holding
Man,
their
he
ass up.
loves me. He treat me good. He take me here.
He worship the
blah, 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 blah.
He drink
Right.
my bath water. You out of your fucking mind.
Right.
Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice.
Yeah, because women are at ease. And then it tells us in Isaiah the 47th chapter, it talks about the sentiment of Babylon the Great. It talks about they that dwell carelessly. When you dwell in a state where you just don't give, you just, I don't care about shit. You really at ease. But guess what? How you gonna be at ease and you're mad and you're angry at the same time?
Don't make no sense.
This place is all got everybody bugged to freak out, man.
Yeah.
Unless you got this truth, you know. So women, yeah, they walking around and they mad and they angry and you see them in their car, they mugging, they just sitting there, they mad while they on the road, or while they passing
With their bright lights
they
on.
not smiling at nobody.
Sitting up on the goddamn windshield,
Right,
cell phone in their hand, and the vanity mirror down.
right. But they carry a mindset of ease because of this society has been modernized
Yeah,
to where everything is just convenient.
yeah.
Oh, I go do my little bullshit job. If they do that, they have a job, they get data entry job and shit like that. Average women doing hosting and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the weekend. They don't. I'm at ease. I'm bathing. I'm painting my face, doing all this shit to go out and catch men and trap them up. And just not even thinking about repercussions and consequences whatsoever.
That don't exist.
And I know the child support check is coming in. And I know that this system is in my favor. They're not logically thinking about it. Well, they're not thinking about it like this, but it's in their subconscious if they're not thinking like that. Go ahead.
Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. give ear unto my speech.
So you say you okay. So you say you careless daughters, because the time of being at ease and the being careless, you ain't gonna have that privilege no more.
That's right.
You're not gonna have the privilege to carry this mentality.
Right.
You can say, damn, it ain't easy out here no more.
Yeah.
And it's already begun.
It's already, yeah.
Life comes at you fast.
Oh, boy.
That's
Jeez.
Jacob's trouble. That's the whole thing with Jacob's trouble. It's going to catch people off guard. The Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. Yeah, if you maxing and relaxing, the Lord going to pull up. And when he pull up, he's not going to meet you as a man. And he ain't doing no talking. He not.
Yeah.
He don't have nothing to talk to.
Yeah, before he pull up, all hell's going to be breaking.
Yeah.
And when he pull up, it's going to be broken.
Yeah, the Lord said, he coming with fire, and what we're alive, it be already kindled in the book of Luke.
Right.
You know? So that's saying, by the time the Lord get here, we already in the beginning of sorrow. Okay? Then Jacob's trouble. We got the MO to the TP. Okay? All hell's about to break loose. And see, that's when the scripture's going to come into play.
Right.
Then all this shit, this pride shit, I don't need no man shit. All that shit about to go straight out the fucking window.
That's when Isaiah 4 is gonna come in and affect it as well.
Yes.
Because they say, oh shit, I do need a man. I ain't independent.
Yeah.
There is no policeman coming to save me.
You know what? I don't mind him having other women. Please protect me a hedge for me. Please. I'll get. Just protect me in a chaotic society that this place is about to be in chaos, man. These elites want chaos to come out, so they can bring that so-called order, man. They want this shit look at the agenda. They are literally pushing confusion and disarray, man. Captain Disarray. Captain Disarray.
And when you think about it, it's really chaos out of chaos.
Yeah, chaos.
Because what Esau is gonna bring, his order is really fucking chaotic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled,
Right.
ye careless women. It's careless again. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Right. All the goodies and the benefits you get off of this system,
The teeth
is gonna stop. And it's already started. They already cut you don't get as much EBT amount as you used to get.
Yep.
They slashing that.
tax return.
Yeah.
Slash it.
Because they get a lot of money for tax return because of the children.
Yep.
It was one time in the 90s, they wasn't getting that type of money.
No, sir.
I remember 80s and the women wasn't getting all that tax return money.
Thousands.
You see what I'm saying? Now for these women is coming out of this thing, I don't know how it's looking now, but prior to this, they would come $10,000,
Right.
$12,000, $8,000, $9,000. They getting all kind of blowing it. Not 2 months, a week.
Yes. Straight up, bro. My ex-wife, every fucking year, by the time she got her tax return, before that month was up, it was a new living room set and a new bedroom set and bullshit, and she broke again. You don't need a new, but I think you living carelessly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spend. I'm gonna get what makes me happy. And next year I'm gonna just do this shit again. It's the same shit over and over and over.
Like we was going into also with the degrees, I found out that you get more money too with having children. Like when you do your financial aid and stuff.
Yeah.
So you get more money on top of that too. So you get more money from your tax return. Then you get more money from like financial aid and things like that too. So that's why they be having so much money.
Yeah, that's why a woman is always quick to say, I'm gonna go back to school. Yeah, they thinking, no, it's gonna help me further my or have a career or some shit like that. But also, this shit is gonna take care of me temporarily. Getting all this money, just whether they don't give a shit, they'll rack up $100,000 in loans.
Because they the biggest debt holders when it comes to the student loans. They the biggest debt holders.
Yeah, they sitting there. You can they'll take care of you. until you get out.
Yeah.
Now now it's time for you to get on the dating site and see if you get a man to pay,
Only thing.
give him sex so that he can pay your student loans off.
Yeah, I know one of my classmates from college. She got an OnlyFans in a degree. But Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled.
And it's gonna come to a point, because right now they say trembling.
No,
They think some way, somehow this system is gonna come and make it all better, make things better.
come on, Joe.
But it's gonna come, a day and time is coming very soon where you're gonna be trembling.
Yes.
Something bad is gonna have to make these proud ass women tremble.
Yep.
Something very, very catastrophic
Yes.
is gonna happen.
Yes.
The plague,
Yes.
different plagues, the last plagues to come.
Yeah.
Time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that famine, that's gonna be the biggest one. Women love to eat. I just seen a TikTok. It was like a couple, they was in the car, they went to go get Chick-fil-A. So he opened up his bag, he ate one nugget, and then he looked over, he hear the bag rumble, and she already finished her food. So it was funny as hell, but no, women be eating fast as hell.
Yeah, but they weigh more than men.
No,
The
for real,
average
for real.
woman weighs more than the average man at the same height.
They being like 200 pounds now. That's like
Yeah.
the new thing to be 200 pounds.
Big facts.
With
Yeah.
big backs and wide shoulders.
Got the lunch lady on.
Trucked up.
Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled,
Be trouble.
ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Right, y'all not gonna be stepping out with your fake ass designer clothes on. Because to tell the truth, the average female ain't wearing real shit. They wearing probably this fake shit, or they may have got a weenie to buy them something.
Yeah.
Couple of tricks, you know. But then you're not gonna have your nails. You like to go and get your nails done, and that old funky ass weed put in your hair, and all that other shit put on your flutter attire.
Yeah.
That's gonna be out the window.
What they gonna do when they can't buy pads and tampons? You gonna really be humbled out here.
Yeah, when the water ain't working,
Yeah.
or the water is contaminated.
Because y'all women don't know how to do. Bro, the majority of women can't even change the tire on their car.
If they get a flat, they can't put a spare on.
No, they have to call AAA. Roadside assistance. Because y'all don't know how to do shit. And shit that women like to use they women privilege. Oh, well, a man's supposed to be doing this. A man's supposed to do that. But you don't need a man.
They independent.
Yeah, see the madness in your thought process. That brings nothing but confusion, man.
Yeah.
Isaiah 32 and 12. They shall lament for the
Read that last one.
Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble. Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Sackcloth, that's something you wear when you're born. Y'all gonna be down. Bad. Like Jake say, down bad. Y'all gonna be down bad, man. But there will be some that, okay, you know what? They right. They got women out there that's doing their little so-called best to do what's right, man.
Yeah.
You know? But they not out and about like these other women. Okay?
But that's few and far in between.
Yes.
Ain't too much no more.
Right.
It used to be more the standard or the norm. Now it's like that's like finding a leprechaun or a 4-leaf clover.
Right. That's why in that time, shit, this hell is gonna humble these women. That's why they gonna say, I'm in sackcloth, represent the morning. That's all. I'll put some clothes on my funky ass, and I'll eat my own. I don't gotta. I ain't trying to go out and have a Sunday. Ain't no Sunday fun day.
Right. Oh, no more fun.
Ain't no stuff in your fat ass mouth. Lobsters in here, or shrimps and catfish.
Frustration.
I was at I was at a place getting something to eat. This over the weekend. This weekend, I can't remember what day it was. And Big Shirley came in there. Make it work.
Yeah.
At first, she came in the place, Mediterranean place. Came in there. Y'all had catfish. And that's exactly what she said. She came in there. No, I mean this. She ain't even got seated yet. Y'all got catfish.
Yeah, that's horrible, bro. I went through that shit last week. But yeah, and it should be an embarrassment
Right.
for a woman to sit down at a table with a man and eat more than the man. And if you're hungry, go home and eat after the date. Go home and eat.
Nah, this
You
ain't-
shouldn't sit down and eat more than what your man is eating. But they don't see it like that because they using that date as a come up. So they gonna sit there and stuff they fucking
Yeah,
face
you ain't gonna order something. Oh, well, I got
to
something
go.
to go.
Yeah. They have no femininity. Again, like y'all was saying, what's feminine about you? Yeah, they have no femininity.
The opposite, masculine.
Yeah.
Isaiah 32:12. They shall lament for the cheats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
So all the little trinkets and benefits, y'all get to gather abroad, and hey, they like to go to nice places. They like to go to nice restaurants on the dime of a man.
Yeah.
They want to travel. They like to feel right. A woman talk about traveling. Oh, I love to travel, huh? Not just within the country, but they like to go outside the country. We want to go to we going to Cancun. We're going to Jamaica. We're going here. We're going there. Going next, we taking over. Can't forget the cruises.
Oh man.
And the hot girl summer trips.
Yeah.
Can't forget the mini trip to Las Vegas. The innocent trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Just her and her free. And a plethora of rods.
And they all want to go. Why? What's all that? That's the goddamn desert. There's a city in the middle of the desert.
That you gonna break yourself in.
Yeah.
Right. They go out there, they see the little lights and flashing on Sunset Boulevard, and they hypnotize. Oh, I can be a hoe out here. Well, I can be more of a hoe.
Yeah.
Out here. What happened in Sin City, stay in Sin City.
That's why you got all these Judite women that was at the picnics watching the screen to make sure they face don't and they hands don't pop up
And making videos trying to justify if you happen to see me.
Yeah.
That was a long
That
time
was
ago.
before I hit the wall and had under 100 bodies.
Well, I read too, like the higher up women in these higher up positions, they trying to sue Hulu and whatnot for the documentary.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose their positions if they get seen.
Yeah.
And I even did like a quick lesson on it. One comment was like, "This is my mom. Can you take it down?"
Now you see, check this out. Check it out. Ain't that something? These women, a lot of the Freaknik crowd was college
Yeah.
people.
Right.
College.
You see, you had a lot of everybody, but a lot of that people that was there was sisters that was on the line, on the sorority line.
They showed
They was all out there getting their career, in order.
Greek life.
And the men in the fraternity world, and sorority world was big down there. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
The Kappa Beach,
The
Kappa Beach party. It was about the college spring break.
Going
So the
to
college
law,
crowd get into that stuff more than the regular people that attend.
Yes.
So them same women that was down there popping and twerking and all that and with all that
They
stuff.
come to the office. Yeah. Sweat.
I hope they don't show. Oh God.
Too late. You see these things, they think never come back to haunt them. And here they are.
Dang, that's crazy. Young, can you please take that down? That's my mom.
Yeah. And
Wow.
and then the pose that she was doing, it was two Jake officers. She was bent over like into the
With
driver's
her
seat,
box wide,
her legs
Yeah.
wide open. Another Jake spread her cheeks. You can see
straight
they
through.
blanked it out, but come on now, like
You can see through the tunnel.
yeah,
See
like
through the side
like
of the
Dave
tunnel.
Chappelle said, is that her birth canal?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sweet, man.
Yeah, that was it. Honestly.
And like the brother mentioned, Greek life.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Jake has always been into that, following after, since the time that was introduced, the way of so-called life through the Greeks, okay? That Hellenization, all that type of freaking off, man. Jake got into that shit. Jake has always been heavy. That's why Jake is heavy into sororities and fraternities. Because it's nothing but a bunch of fucking freakism.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I had a lot of Greek friends, like in all these different fraternities, even like the white fraternities and like the Latinos. But I know with the black fraternities, like if they couldn't get on campus, they would be pissed. Like they were trying to get a chapter or whatnot, they'd be pissed. They couldn't, like, man, fuck, the school won't let us get on campus and things like that. Like bro, you don't really need that to. If you're gonna turn up, I mean, shit, you might as well turn up. But
And you know, they within that Greek brotherhood with Jake, with the Kappas and the Omegas, it helps them to get into certain positions. They pull each other. So come and let's walk the line and bounce candy canes off the floor and run through all these holes and do all this freak shit and pledge Greek.
Yeah.
Because now I can use this to get perks and benefits in society.
Right. And before the first, we had fun on the road
Big
to
fun.
success.
And the girls, bro,
Orgies.
them females that was in them them sororities was the biggest whores on campus.
They end up having orgies. Like
Yes.
the sororities and frat brothers
Trained.
and sisters, sorority sisters.
Yes.
They into the orgy life. These big orgies and shit they have.
yeah.
You know?
Even just the regular students. I know one of my boys, he was a Kappa. So we went to relays and I was around a bunch of Kappas, but I was always wearing black and red anyway. Bitches was coming up to me like I was a Kappa, just didn't even know I was in a fraternity or not. They didn't even care. Like they don't, if they see you around some Greek letters, they want to get in the mix, like
Right.
the brother was saying. Like
Everybody having sex with the same people.
pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? That's what love.
I got a Micah 7-10.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Come.
This is Micah.
Yeah, it's just with a spirit. I mean, you know, with the spirit's in it.
Micah 7-10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yeah, women are not going to be uplifted. I'm sorry. I would say women are not going to be uplifted like how women are uplifted and put on a pedestal.
Right.
No, women are going to get smitten or what does it say?
Trodden
down.
Fire.
The mire in the streets. I'm going lonely. I ain't going to be worth the shit these days.
Yeah. Underfoot.
Right. If you got to go. Right. Yeah, for your great pride, and then speaking against, got a lot of women that have spoken against men of the Lord, brothers that, you know, if you done been in this truth for a little while, you didn't. Some brothers dealt with few people. Women, you know, and they talk shit, you know. They talk shit. Or your woman, if certain brothers' woman, they be giving them hell. Talking, being an absolute demon. Then you got women that just talk down on this. They talking that all that Israelite shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
about the Lord gonna come.
But they think that they're African. They think that they're Cleopatra. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
that's
Lord.
that's
Yeah.
what they're on. They on that whole Kemet ordeal.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
really, when you get into it, about being a damn promiscuous host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all finished Isaiah 32?
Yeah.
That was it.
Give me to go back.
Go back.
I mean, let's go
read
back
that
on that
last
last
yeah.
one about the truth.
Yeah.
Let the seats go. Isaiah 32, verse 12. They shall lament for the teats, for
They
the
gonna cry for the benefits that they once was getting. And like the brother was going into, them benefits is already being depleted, man. They already cutting back. So
A lot
you
of
got
women
your
feeling
skin. Yeah, a lot of women is feeling that shit.
As they cutting back on EBT, the food prices are steady
Going up.
Right.
What I used to get a month, I used to be able to make it through the whole month. Feed my family off this. Now. Yeah, now.
I came up off of that part of the welfare system. Being able to sell food stamps,
Right.
say you can go give people the card and
Yeah.
get their hustle on with the card. They could do it because they had enough money to buy over
What
excess
they
of
had,
food.
get another month and sell something.
I was just gonna say that. If they learn how to cook, they can stretch it out instead of buying all this prepackaged processed shit.
Yeah.
You know how far a big bag of rice and some beans will go?
Yep.
You stretch that. Let's say a 5-pound bag of red beans or some pinto beans and some rice. Yeah, 5 pounds will take you about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Depending on your family size.
Yeah.
But if you cook,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of cooking. You stretch that shit out. No, they want to buy the Hot Pockets, the box of Twix, cereal.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, all that
If
shit.
they do cook,
Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
if they do cook, and when the little times that cooking do happen, it's frowned upon to eat leftovers.
How far a pot of spaghetti sauce to go? You go all week on one pot.
Hey,
Yeah, and some pasta.
they so bugged out, it's really going on.
Yep.
We ain't eating leftovers. That shit was sitting in the goddamn
Yeah.
refrigerator. And
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's their attitude. Yeah, all that shit, the Heavenly Father's gonna kill that mentality.
This spaghetti that's in there, I'm going to Panda Express.
Yeah.
Get the orange chicken.
Yeah, they don't want to eat nothing left over. That's right. That brother's exactly right. But y'all got,
It was a toe in time shit. You get everything that was cooked must get eaten.
You got to get a
There's no option about it.
my math teacher, she from Trinidad. Well, when I was taking that course for safety, you get that NCCER certification, something like that. It's like a safety program you take for the plants to get into the plant. I think it's NCCER. But she the teacher, she was from Trinidad. She taught classes and then she did other things. But she said, I cook every day for my husband. On top of with her career, she still cooks. She said on Sundays, she said I make meals for the whole week, and then I put them in containers, put them in the freezer. She said so I have to do before I go to work. I take them out. By the time I get home, it's thawed out, and I cook it. And she say her husband eat a home cooked meal every day.
Okay.
But if women would just think like that, there's ways to do things. All women think everything got to revolve and rotate around them.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna wake up to a nightmare when Jacob's trouble comes.
Yep.
Quick point on that snap. What's happening too is there's been a lot of so-called hackers. So they getting their money on their card. They go into the grocery store in a couple days. Somebody else in a different city or different state, they just snatch their funds.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a struggle.
Well,
You know what? That'd be Esau too.
Yeah.
By the time that'd be Esau
I figured that
taking
too.
that shit.
Yeah, so they can forward this
MOTG.
agenda.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Smart.
Well, let's get this. We can eliminate that.
Stop
hacking
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Because they keep showing the little skimmers on that. Go to the ATM and They got skimmer on the ATM, and you know people's accounts are getting hacked and blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, go to you pay at the pump, and there's a skimmer on the pump.
So everybody terrified about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Even the little machines too, like when you paying for gas, or if you go and get like a little snack inside the place, they got them in there too.
Yeah.
So they, like you said, they pushing that Karagman, that little grain of rice.
Yeah.
I don't understand with the skimmers and stuff. I see where the stuff is going, but with the skimmers, like, oh, you put your card in there, it's gonna read all your information, but ain't gonna be the same thing with the Karagma.
Yeah.
Like, all you got to do is swipe
No,
your hand.
what's the difference? Yeah.
Like, and people like you're gonna say they're gonna advertise it as being safer than having a card because of people having the skimmers or whatever.
Right.
But like you're gonna have the same thing.
Long as it's digital, it's a free fall. As long as it's digital, you can get hacked.
To teach people,
You can't hack somebody's physical money that they got in their pocket. No problem.
Oh, they got germs on them. Huh?
Oh yeah,
but Esau can tell people whatever
exactly.
through its media machine.
Yep.
And they gonna buy into it.
This is the way of the future. Everybody want to walk. Everybody want to step into the future. Oh, I got to have the new iPhone, even though the one I had was just as good as this one. This is the future. I
Right.
need to have this.
Well, I got 2 more apps on this phone and
Yeah.
the Pixel
Yeah, yeah.
went up.
You got to be out of your mind to buy an electric vehicle, but yet people are still buying electric vehicles.
And that's
That's the way of the future.
all new, that's being on the production line. It's either-
Yep.
It's
Hybrid
electric,
TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say another thing I noticed that like one of the things that you can't really hack your mind. Like you keep information in here, but I saw I guess they came up with a new AI or algorithm thing they're kind of working on. It's like the AI can take whatever you can basically figure out whatever you're thinking, like the gist of whatever you're thinking. So now they can get into your mind, like
Yeah, they can do it. And even outside of that, they already got a social profile or on people. They know how we think based upon that data that's being inputted into search engines.
Right.
You know what you looking at, what you buying. They got all this shit tracking and data.
What time do you leave home? Where do you go? What's your normal route?
Wow. And they already done set the playing field of what you can get into. You know what I'm saying? So they know how people think. And they categorize, okay, it's only so much you can get into because they gave you the pool of information and entertainment and every goddamn thing. You know? So yeah, you saw know what the hell they know how they subjects think.
Right.
Yeah. They know what you're gonna do before you do it. A lot of times.
yeah, like that movie Minority Report.
Yeah, the free call. I'm gonna see free crime.
Watch that.
But did you finish? Did you want more of that first?
What was that? That was the end of the team.
Yeah, just the teeth, just a little bit more. Isaiah 32:12. Or the bosoms.
Yeah.
They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Or it was going into the teats, the bosoms, that nourishment, those things that are good for you. What's that?
The nourishment in the form of this system giving them the benefits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And which it really don't benefit. It really just destroys them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It gave the illusion of I don't need a man. Let the system take care of it. Well, the system about to leave behind dry. That's what y'all don't freaking understand.
It's crazy.
But you're not gonna understand it to a dose of reality hit your ass. And a lot of these women is getting that dose right now, man.
Graduation season.
Yeah, I seen a video of a woman was saying
It's raining.
it's costing more and more to be a woman these days because you talk about the price to get your nails done and your hair done and all that. But I'm like, what the fuck in it that got to do with being a woman?
Right.
Now this going back to what y'all was saying earlier about they got all the whole laundry list of what they want, but they just come as is. They don't do no self-improvement, no type of they'll go get the degree for Esau, but as far as them being better people to where a high what they call it, caliber or high value man want to be with them, you ain't offering nothing. A lot of time a man asking what you bring to the table, it ain't got nothing to do with money. Yeah, but
That ain't good enough.
yeah, but you a piece of shit. You won't cook, you won't clean, your attitude is nasty. Yeah, you ain't bringing nothing to the table.
Right.
If that man was to lose all that, she'll be gone the next day, probably the same day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she said, it's costing more to, she said, it's costing more to be a woman. She mentioned costing
Yeah,
more to
like
get a
getting
nail.
pedicures and manicures, all that.
Because it ain't for men don't look at women and say, damn, look at her nails. Ooh, she got some nice nails. Pretty cool.
Like,
Ooh, look at that weave. Ooh, that weave is good.
I think Altazar posted that video, and she'll be all right if she just had some longer lashes.
Yeah.
Nobody say that.
Right. Yeah, I know some lash shakes. Them shits ain't cheap. Like
No, they call it,
yeah, one of the least expensive prices I seen was like $125. That's like on the entry level type shit.
And you
right?
gotta keep getting them refilled just like your fingernails. And they tear out your real lashes. You ever see a bitch that ain't got no eyelashes? That's because she been wearing fake lashes. I asked the
So
girl,
then you gotta wear them then.
my natural lashes, they growing back. What happened to them? Oh, the fake lashes, they full mine. Like, gluing this shit to your fucking eyelids.
Exactly. If a female would have came, and we was talking about that, we was having that conversation. Because we were, I think it was one of the two brothers. Man, we was talking about it and coming up, even in the early '90s, women wasn't wearing a weave like that.
No.
I remember even when I went in high, I'm younger than these two brothers and this brother. The girls I went to high school with, they had their little short hair they couldn't grow. That's how they rocked. They wore it fine. They didn't put no shades in there. They wore it. And if you would have came to school with some goddamn weave down to here and some eyelashes, you would have got clown out. You would have ran home.
Yesterday.
That ain't your head.
I can see tracks in your head. Now these girls, they wear yarn in their head. Actual fucking yarn.
Cheap, raggedy ass yarn too.
Yeah, Halle Berry, she popularized that short cuts back in the day, in the 90s.
Tony Braxton.
And Anita Baker, EPMD, she was fine, half cut like Anita Baker. Yeah. But yeah, y'all got it, brother. Let's get this verses.
Shit, we can close.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
I had a quick one real quick. Second Esdras 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth
Right.
that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Read that again. What shall grow upon the earth?
Behold, victuals, Second Esdras 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
It's okay right now. I can still go to the drive-through. I can still get the number two with the double portion. Yeah. All the fries you can get. So it's all good, ain't? I don't know what y'all out here talking about. It's still good. They think they in good case. They don't even see this shit crumbling, man. A lot of them don't even see it. And the ones that's catching that little hell, they, like the brother said, they think this shit is gonna come back and snap back into place like it always have, man. This place is on a decline, like never before.
Yeah, like never before.
One of my boys in the world told me that when I was first coming to the truth, I was telling him this shit finna go down. And He looked me dead in my eyes and was like, "It always go down, but it's gonna come right back up." I was like, "No, no, it's not." He's like, "Bro, it always come back." I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna argue." He be into semantics. I was like, "All right, you the smart guy. We gonna see." So you and your kids, when all this start going down, we gonna see how it pans out. You don't have to believe. Eat your pepperoni pizza and go about your business.
Right. When did it ever come back?
Right.
Yeah.
This shit is a replay of '08
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of the
yeah.
economic woes of '08.
Yep.
They never dealt with it. They just put policies in place to kick it down, like they say, kick the can down the
Yeah,
road.
yeah. Let them deal with
Now it ain't no more road. So that shit from '08 on top of all of the new shit that's going on, all of that is one big powder keg ready to explode. Because back then you had the mortgage crisis and all of that, Fannie and Freddie Mae,
Yep.
and all that.
Bailouts.
The bailouts, what they call it, that predatory lending.
Yeah.
They was, yeah.
It's called they
The
did
term.
I forget the term, but basically approving people for loans that
They
really
knew
couldn't
yes.
hold them type of
Predatory
loan. You know, I know what you're talking. I can't think of it. But basically, yeah, approving people for loans that their income could not sustain that.
Like y'all said,
But they had that they may have a fixed interest APR for the first whatever how many years, and then it become adjustable, and where the interest rates go up, that's it.
Yeah.
But when they got approved, they was barely being able to make the payments, and then when the economy, when everything hit the fan, the banks went belly up one, and then the people wouldn't have been able to make the payments because of layoffs and whatnot.
and I was gonna say, just like y'all said, kicking the can up the road. That's the same thing they did with like the PPP loans. They know people can't pay those astronomical amounts to, go back and pay employees. They knew people was gonna get the loans and go out and buy dumb shit. Like people getting locked up about Lamborghinis and all kind of shit that depreciate. What's wrong with that?
They
Sorry,
said shit. I know.
Free some prime, subprime.
Yeah. Subprime lending.
Let me finish this out, so that they shall think themselves to be in good case, even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
So with them thinking they in good case and it's all good. Evils is growing up on the earth.
Right.
All hell is constantly breaking loose.
Right.
But it's gonna snap back. Okay. That's part of our job of why we out here. To get that warning.
Right.
The hell
That's it.
the more hell that's about to take place, man. And it ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
Why would you want it to get better? It being in the state of mind that we in, why would you want this to get better?
Because they don't see anything wrong with it. They think this is life.
Yeah.
This shit is death, man.
And they don't want the kid, they don't want a man move. They don't want to get in order, man.
Right. That's what it is.
The majority of our people, they not want to get in order. They okay with this disarray society.
Yeah, like the scripture talk about, they trust in oppression and not
Right.
30.
Yep.
That's great. That's insanity. You trust in your oppressor.
They want shit to be like it was in the 90s with this new technology. Only thing different is with the social media and the technology advancement, so to speak. Because the thing about the 90s was pretty cool. You know, you can get you a job, $10 an hour. You can go live. Well, I know down in the southern region, you can live off shit, $10, $12 an hour shit. You could go and do some shit.
Yeah.
At one point in time, with some overtime.
Yeah.
You do okay. And you get jobs was plentiful. You wasn't concerned. You was adult. Once you was an adult, pretty much, you can get a adult type of job. You make your money. Gas was good. Yeah. Gas was good, everything cheaper. Shit, that old food stuff was great. Even greater when you getting all kind of
Yeah.
and then the price. I remember, man, you can go shit. If you spending $1,000 on somewhere to stay down south,
You was doing big things.
yeah. That was crazy.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, but that was living beyond good.
Yeah.
You know, shit. You can get back then. You get apartments for regular average apartments anywhere from if you about $500, some cases 3-something.
Yeah.
300 something bucks a month, $500, $600.
A nice apartment, 500.
Yeah, a nice apartment, $500.
And you know what, too? Food stamp back then was actual, the little booklet, little paper notes for food.
Exactly.
That was easier to hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, let me just, all you had to do was just get they stamps. Go.
What you wanted, Isaiah?
Isaiah 4.
Yeah.
I got it. It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
And in that day is right around the corner. It's fastly approaching. Okay, like the elder was saying that we see the things that how this kingdom is crumbling down. The other people, they don't see it. Okay, these women that are at ease, they don't see that. Okay, it says 7 women shall take hold of one man to take away their reproach. They're gonna look for that comfort in the days that's coming. Okay, that's fastly approaching.
Yeah, it's 7 women. It's not talking about actual women.
Yeah.
7 women. Right. It could be 20 women. It could be 30. It could be 2. It's just 7 just representing completion.
Yep.
However that's gonna play out for men, valuable, the real valuable men, high value men, which is men of the Lord.
Right.
You know, because these little punks out here gonna get picked off from the place, from all the death. Famine, sword, destruction. You know,
And they're gonna be getting sent overseas too in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yes, sir.
Yahweh Shaphat.
and just like us, when we repent. Damn, I've been being wicked out here. Oh shit!
God.
And then we want to get ourselves right. You know what I'm saying, through the truth. So they gonna take away my I'll be a woman. I'll be humble because I know I've been out here. Sorry, I'm getting judged for the shit I've been out here doing.
Yeah, a woman
Take away my reproach.
woman run up to you half butt naked talking about they trying to rape me. Okay, that's your business.
Yeah, I've been seeing
Like
You
don't handle your business.
Like we always say, the book of Eli. You gotta be in that book of Eli.
Captain Sable, fuck that. That day.
Yeah.
So we gonna see how the Most High gonna have to see. We know it's in the scriptures. We gonna see how it all looks and play out when the time get here.
Right.
You know, cause y'all women gonna be in for the taking. Rapping shit is gonna be taking place like never before. Men are not asking. Men are not coming up with your name, baby.
Yeah, running game. Hey, you sure look nice to know. They're not gonna be asking questions. They're gonna be sitting there watering at the mouth like a pack of hungry.
So you gotta get y'all put some clothes on that day. Bet you so not showing your booty and your camel toes.
With sackcloth.
Yeah.
Like brother was saying, that car carousel. You was riding the car carousel, now that car carousel gonna ride you.
Yeah, men gonna have it their way.
Yeah,
Like
The judges, when the judges,
oh yeah.
The Levite, he went to get his concubine, but he went to stay in the city. The men that came out of the city and tried to get him, but he's like, I have my concubine. They all the way to the morning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, with that, that's it. Lord, we're gonna close it out. Lord willing, edification went out. Hey, that's where the spirit was at, It's a big thing. That's a big thing in the earth.
For the prophets.
It's for the prophets. Yeah, woman being totally out of control, and it's the messed up the world. You know,
So like the prophecy side, the Lord is saying what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Some of our women they gonna humble up, but the majority of y'all gonna get put to death, man. Y'all gonna get put
some
to
of
death.
y'all that's a lot of them gonna open up, but only the so it ain't gonna be. Cause it's gonna be so much health care going on there. But it's gonna be a lot of, I would say a lot of them they gonna get it, but it's up to the Lord and how they gonna play out who the Most High gonna have mercy on. But it's gonna be more women put to death than men, for sure. Cause there's more women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that woman driving, you hear her brakes.
Yeah, all I gotta do is put gas in.
Yeah,
And the radio turned up, so she can't even hear that.
I think that might have been Big Shirley in that Benz passed by, but she didn't have no window in the back. Right.
What you
But
think
she
is the
can't
story
afford it.
behind
Right.
that?
Ain't no tell.
We was talking about it.
No,
No
because
tell.
you saw the weave slow.
Yeah.
Right.
But she in a Mercedes. That probably happened last night. They got turned up.
Yeah.
And like you say, she can't afford to get a window put on her car.
Drop the bin.
Shit.
But like brothers were saying too, she was in her phone. The whole time I was watching.
Yeah, she was on the phone
On the
with
phone the whole time.
Can't afford the deductible.
Right.
The deductible probably $1,000.
Lord willing, the edification went out.
Yeah.
Wrapping it up.
The hell with Big Stir.
Once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto God.
Yeah, I was shot by Hashem.
Governor one to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, and peace and blessings unto the elect, nation of Israel. All right. And till next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Okay. Got it.
I was up there getting some food, man. The fish came in there. There was two of them. One had